Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome back to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. As you know, today we're talking about the importance of lifestyle changes and focusing on a plant-based diet. You know, for this new year, for every new year, I always try to increase my plant intake because I'm not a vegetarian, but I definitely eat a lot more vegetable. Yeah. My kids joke around and they always like, "Oh, Mom, you eat like a rabbit." Or they call it rabbit food.
Yeah, I've gotten
but
that.
I definitely love doing because it just makes me feel so healthy and I feel so much more energized. Yes. So thank you so much, Doctor. What is your New Year resolution? You're already plant-based, so that's easy for you.
Yeah, well, Happy New Year to you and Lunar, and it's the year of the tiger. And you know, to me, it's just being more mindful and present. Yes, I do plant-based eating, and I love to exercise and go hiking, and I actually love sleeping too, 8 hours. It's how I feel myself. I don't want to get grumpy, and so for me, I just want to be mindful. Really, what you said, self-care, self-love, self-compassion, and that's something we have to be intentional about every single day. And so that's I would say, for the love for myself, but even women, I think we need that a lot, to make that time on a daily, if not weekly basis.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us who are in the medical field, for example, we're so used to helping others. Right. But sometimes we forget about our own personal care. Exactly. So that's a great resolution, and it's a great reminder for all of us to be kinder to ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And it can be simple, like massages, spa time, sun, and just taking a nice gentle walk.
And taking that 8 hours sleep that we really need to recharge.
Exactly, yep.
Thưa quý vị khán giả, hôm nay là mình cũng vẫn nói về cái New Year Resolution. Tại Julie nói là mỗi năm Julie muốn ráng ăn nhiều mấy cái thực vật nhiều hơn, là tại mình thấy là mình có nhiều cái sức khỏe về tâm thần của mình, với có làm rất nhiều việc trong cộng đồng. Julie hỏi bác sĩ Melissa, what is her resolution? Bác sĩ nói là a lot of self-care. Tại phải ngủ đúng 8 tiếng để cho mình có cái sức khỏe hơn, mà thiệt ra đó là mình phải nghỉ chút, mà không phải là làm không, mà cũng phải nghĩ làm đó việc đó. Trước phần quảng cáo, Julie có hỏi về bác sĩ Melissa về cái quan trọng để cho mình ăn cái plant-based diet, mà bác sĩ nói đó là hai cái gì mà phải chú ý đó, là một phần là antioxidant. Chừng nào mình ăn mấy cái món thực vật đó là nó có cái antioxidant, nó tốt cho bộ não của mình với cái cơ thể của mình. Mà thêm nữa, chừng nào mình không có ăn thịt hay mình giảm cái món thịt đó, thì nó reduce cái inflammatory disease, nó làm cho nhiều cái bệnh về bị tiêm, về vân nhiều cái bệnh khác nữa. Thì mình thấy đó là rất là quan trọng để cho nói về cái thông tin đây. You know, Doctor, I'm so excited to talk about this and to remind our community that, you know, health is not about just taking medication. Right. It's just not responding to our body falling apart, but really just changing things so we can prevent ourselves from taking medication. Exactly. Or if we still have to take the medication, it's at a lower dose. Yeah. So for you, can you tell us about some of the science or the statistics behind the disease and what we need to learn about?
Yeah, no, thank you so much. And for our Asian community, I just want to remind ourselves that it's actually very, very prevalent. A lot of patients wait and go to the doctor too late. So it's 40% of the patients in the Asian community have diabetes.
40%?
40%. And
wow.
Yeah, and that's really high.
Is that attributed to eating rice or white rice, or what is it attributed to, Doctor?
Yeah, usually it's because of a lot of the white rice, the white, even the rice and the noodles, right? We're always eating noodles, and I love noodles, but there's buckwheat noodles and other sweet potato noodles instead. So we just have to be mindful. Sometimes we literally half our plate is rice, and these traditions are actually started at a very young age. So if we take a step back and introduce foods at a young age, so that people, little ones, can get used to eating new plant-based foods, they will eventually get used to it.
I think as much as we understand the importance of whole grains and those importance of that, oftentimes when we go to the supermarket, unfortunately we don't have a lot of those options.
That's right.
I know that when we buy noodles, there's there's these rice noodles, so it's all rice based or egg based and things like that. I know in my family, if there's no white rice and you ask my dad, did you eat? He would say no. And we made something else for him. And how do we convince or change the mindset of the minority API community to change out, replace or substitute some of these ingredients?
Yeah, I would say, just experience food. Try in ordering other dishes when you go to a restaurant. Add some with plants. Go and find maybe some plant-based friendly restaurants. Cook something different and just understand you can taste it, enjoy it, but also tie it into health, because we want to be there for our family members. We want to see our kids grow up and go down the aisle. We want to see them successful, and we want to be able to pass on healthy traditions and not wait too long, because we know there's high incidence of GERD, reflux, there's high incidence of hepatitis, autoimmune disease, arthritis, gout, and we want to be able to fight those and recognize those early, because we want to be around.
Yes, yes. So having the lifestyle changes can help address some of those issues that are related to our community.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thưa quý vị khán giả, hôm nay Julie có thời gian nói chuyện với Dr. Melissa Mondala. Dr. Melissa nói đó là lúc mà mình ăn cái plant-based diet rất cái nhiều quyền lợi trong cái API community, cái người Á Đông á, 40% mỗi người cũng bị tiểu đường. Thì mình thấy đó là rất là quan trọng cho mình thay đổi cái cách mình ăn. Julie biết là người Việt Nam của mình luôn luôn ăn cơm trắng, mà cái cơm trắng đó nó cũng có nhiều cái hại. Thì bác sĩ có nói là cho nên mình replace với cái whole grain, mình ăn gạo lứt hoặc cái brown rice thì nó khỏe hơn. Mà điều mình biết, Julie cũng biết là mình đi chợ quán á, thì nó cũng không có cái món mà mình mua được, thì mình cũng phải chú ý làm sao để cho mình ăn nhiều cái món thực vật hơn mà không có phải processed food nhiều. Mình thấy đó là hy vọng là nó khỏe hơn. Dr. Melissa, I appreciate you for coming on to the show. If the community wants to reach out to you, what's the best way? Do you have a website? Do you have social media handles that they can follow?
Thank you. So you can find me at drlifestyle.org. That's my clinic website. As I said earlier, you can see me internationally or nationally, or come to my office. And then I'm on social media, melissamondala.md, and then I also have my personal website, melissamondalamd.com. So I love to share what I do on a day-to-day basis.
I appreciate you so much. I know you taught me so much about the science behind that, but one thing I learned mostly today was that lifestyle is a first line of defense, not just pharmacological and medicine.
Exactly.
And I know I practice it overall too, but I think it's just a good reminder for us that there are things that we can do to help ourselves get healthier, and also just replacing and substituting food. What is that one message you would like to say to our elders or our Asian community who eat a lot of rice?
Yes, yes. And I would say, food is important, right? We want to nourish ourselves. We don't want to lose weight. We don't want to lose our hair and find that we don't have ourselves. But I would say when it comes to white rice, it's not everything. We can have brown rice, quinoa. We can have beans, nuts and seeds, fruits and vegetables. When we have a balanced diet, we're able to live healthy, live long, and also minimize disease and minimize medications.
Well, thank you so much. I know what it helped in my family was getting my kids to reduce their rice intake. So they're not going to give it up. Every time I make brown rice, they get really mad at me, and they'll just eat less. But then, when they do have white rice, I just said, no, you can just eat more of the food, naturally the rice. So that kind of helped out in my household. But every time when I do sushi, I'll do brown rice, and they get mad at me. So we kind of balance it. Okay, fine. For sushi, we'll do white rice.
Exactly.
But in our normal meals, we do brown rice. And I think for me, it has more flavor.
It sure does.
And it has more texture.
You get full faster, and then you have there's different colors of it too.
And I just think it's more beautiful.
Yes.
But thank you, Dr. Mondala, for being here, for sharing with us the importance and the science behind, having a more plant-based diet. We're not telling people to get rid of their meat, but making sure that increase or double up on their vegetables and their intakes. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. I hope to have you on the show, maybe for a cooking special or something.
I'd love to do that. Thank you so much, Larry.
Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV. Hôm nay Julie có thời gian nói chuyện với Dr. Melissa Mondala, Integrative Plant-Based Physician. Hy vọng Julie sẽ tiếp tục có thời gian gặp bác sĩ Mondala thêm nữa. Julie chúc quý vị rất nhiều sức khỏe và may mắn trong tương lai. Cảm ơn quý vị.